Hello, once again, I am Erwin Bernard Talento II, and here I am again to show you another video on how to create this figure. So this figure is once again tasked to us students by our professor as part of our third activity. So to start it off, we will just press new document, or new Solidworks document, then part, and OK. So before starting off with anything, we make sure that the unit first is in inch IPS, or the inch, pound, and second. Next, press sketch and select the plane that we want to draw into. So top plane. So first, we will be starting off with the base of the figure. So create a rectangle of any size. Then we will just modify it with the dimension. This should be 3.75, and this should be 3. After doing it, we then go to features and extrude it. So from what I have known, this should have a width of 0.38 inches, and check. After extruding it, we now fillet the edges. Should have a diameter, a radius of 0.50 inch, and select the side. And here's this is an option wherein you can fillet all the sides all together. So multiple radius. Ano, it's gone. So again, fillet 0.50. Select the edge. Edge. See the edge. This edge one, and select this, so it can also fillet the other edges. Let's press check. Now we create a reference plane above here. So it should be 0, the distance. And go back to sketch and select the plane. If it's already not selected, and normal too. So we'll be creating the holes first. Any size will do. Just select the fillet part and find the center, and we will be making the circle there. And select all the circle, add relation, which is equal. After adding it, smart dimension, and I know that this should have a diameter of 0.38. Enter. Now, we just need to do an extruded cut. So, isometric view first. Extruded cut. I'm blind, and the distance already set. The distance is the same as the width. And press check. So you can see, there's a hole already. Next part that we are going to do is the hole here below the base. So let me hide plane one first. I'll hide plane one. And reference geometry on this side. Make sure the distance is 0. And then sketch. Oops. Sketch. Select plane 2 and normal 2. So what we're gonna do here is create a center line as our guide. So just any size first. Another center line on the x-axis. Any size will do first. Now we set the length of each of these guides. This needs to be 0.06, and this line needs to be 1.13. Excuse me. Now we just simply mirror these entities. Talking about this one. Okay, let's check. Same goes for this other Mirror entity. Ano? Delete. There you go. Now we just create a line and for it to be fully defined, just add dimensions 2.26, which is what we really want. And this should be 0.6, which is what we really want also. And go to isometric view and features, extrude cut again, and through all. Check. Next, we can hide the second plane. Hide it. Oops. Exit. Hide the plane. And to check under is what it looks like. Okay, for our next part, we will be making the inclined face. So let's sketch um, on the right plane and normal too. So we will be making center line as a guide. Um, any size will do first. And smart dimension. From what I have known, the distance to it from the base should be 2.66 inches. And this inclined face should be 2.38. So we could not have any difficulties later. An angle, so 90 plus 30, it should be 120. And exit sketch. And ISO. And create a reference plane by the right plane first. And select this line. Check. And sketch. So the plane is already selected, so normal 2. Another one, normal 2. First, we will be making center rectangle here. This needs to be 1.88, so approximating it first. Check. And smart dimension 1.88. And this needs to be 2.38, which is already exact. Oops. 2.38. After that, we just extrude it. Let us go first on an isometric view and reverse it since it's extruding on its back. So we just simply reverse it. And the width should be 0.31 if I'm not mistaken. 0.31. After it, we fillet it like the base. 0.50 inch also. Select one edge. Select this too. Check. Now select this face and sketch. Normal too. And just do what we have done earlier. Rectangle of any size. For construction, check. Smart dimension 1.26 inch and 1.74 inch. And circles of any size. And select these 4 circles. Add equal relation. Check dimension, a diameter of 0.31. ISO again, isometric, and check it. Features extruded cut 0.31 like the width. Check. And as you can see, there's holes already. So after that, we will be sketching in this base. What we're gonna do here is for the loft. So select another rectangle. This is part of the loft that we are gonna do. Smart dimension. From what I have known, this should have a thickness of 0.31. You can see it's fully defined. And exit sketch. Now we will sketch uh, a guide for the loft. So we'll be using front plane this time and normal 2. Select a line and they should be fully defined as expected. Next, we can just rotate it and select this as the base, as the endpoint of the loft. So we are going to create corner rectangle here. No, we exit sketch first. Then we use this face to sketch a rectangle. Any size would do because we are going to use this dimension. This should be 0.31 also. And select this side of the square. No, cancel the dimension first. Select this side of the square and that point, made it midpoint. So you can see. Now let us go to the isometric view of it. It's lagging. Forgive me for the inconvenience. Isometric. Then exit sketch. And we do lofted boss base. As you can see, the rectangle that we have created on the back face of this inclined part of the figure is selected already. And we also select the bottom part. As you can see, it's not that perfect yet, so that's why this is where the guide curves come in. When we select the line that we have created earlier and select it, and it's okay. After that, we'll be making the part here. So we will be using this as the base. So sketch, and I prefer if we were to rotate it rather than pressing the normal 2. And select first making a center line as a guide all the way through there. And center rectangle. Any size would do first. From what I have known, this is also 0.31. Check. Smart dimension. 0.31. It is fully defined. And go back to isometric. See, then extrude. So the direction 1, we will pressing up to next. So you can see, up to the next. That's correct. As for the second to the wait, edit, not merge result. Okay. So after that, we can just hide this center line by pressing this hide, and select this face of this loft. Edit sketch, normal 2. We'll be making 2 circles here. 1, 2. Smart dimension. This should have a diameter of 0.75 from what I have. If I'm not mistaken. Other one should have a diameter of 0.50 or zero point 0.5. After that, select the center in this part. It should be 1.38 based on the figure. If I'm not mistaken. With 38. And the distance of it from the center should be wait, 1 point, point 50. Point 50. Isometric. After doing that, we extrude base. For direction 1, this should be 0.59. As for direction 2, before that, we just select the contour first, which is the outer circle. And for the direction 2, this should be 0.79. Because 0.79 plus 159 is equal to 1.38, which is based on the figure. After that, we just press check. There you go. Then using that same sketch, we just uh, extrude cut. Then select the contours. Select the inner circle this time. Then we just go through all for direction 1, and for direction 2, it's through all also. And check it. So you can see it has a hole now. So basically this figure is already finished. But in order to copy the figure that was tasked to us, there should be a broken part here. So we select this as our sketching face or plane, normal to, and just simply draw a line. So line here, line there, line here, here also, there, 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 there. And go back to isometric and go extruded cut through all and select. So basically, this is what the figure looks like um, if it's done. So I have followed the measurement, each of the measurement and the guide that was given to us, and this is what a figure would look like if we were to complete it. So I think I have done what was needed, and I think that's all. So I hope that you learn, and thank you.